Hi guys, welcome to this live session. Sorry, I am little late. Not little late. I'm like quite late. So sorry for that. Also, what I wanted to tell you guys is that I had actually I've shifted this session's timing from yesterday because we already have live batches going on for CAT. That's number one, and then we also have a live batch going on for CFAB. That's Financial Analysis Program. So because of which I am not finding 9:30 or 9 o'clock as a suitable time, and that's the reason I thought it's quite good that by 10:30, 10:45 or 11 o'clock, it's good to see kind of take lectures, right? And again, like people do get free by then, and then I think maybe I'll say it makes a lot of sense to take the lecture. Now, can you all hear me properly? Can you all see me? You can see this graph. I've tried my level best to draw them. I'm not really good with the drawing, but I'm going to discuss a couple of important points today. Since the lockdown news has been out, I've been getting a lot of WhatsApp messages, and I've also spoken to a couple of students. I could see that fear, I could see that worry. That's the reason I thought, I'll probably take a lecture. Also, I made the lecture earlier, which was on the operator something. You guys might have seen that. I'm also going to talk about share market today. Yes, Saurabh, that's right. This is one of the reason. This is one of the reason you found it out, right? Saurabh Murmure. So Ramayan is also one of the reason that I really love to watch it. तो वो 9 to 10 चलता था, तो बीच में when I was taking the lectures, so kind of मैंने सोचा कि चलो ठीक है, live lectures भी चल रहे हैं, CAT के finance का भी चल रहा है, and Ramayan. So like today is the last day for Ramayan. कल से कृष्णा चालू हो रहा है. So I saw it now, so I'm back in here. Okay, fine. So today I'll tell you a couple of really important things. Okay? I understand that there are a lot of things that students are supposed to know, but for the fact, due to lack of information or due to an information which is absolutely, fake or not fake, but something like people can do any kind of random analysis which does not make any sense. So we'll talk about it one by one, and if you have any question, I will be taking those questions also. So let's begin with the fundamental thing, which is, okay, fine. So there are a couple of things that I will be discussing today. We'll talk about the economic scenario. That's number one. We'll talk about stimulus packages. We'll talk about 2008 versus 2020. ये बहुत important चीज़ है समझना. We'll talk about stock market bluff. Why did I say bluff? And we'll also talk about the recovery leg, which is a way ahead. And we also kind of include NBA in this. Now, if you look at information that is available, there are a lot of informations out there. Basically, stock market के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा information है. Some information does not make any sense. Some information do make a lot of sense. So I'm going to do that kind of an analysis right now. So this is what I will be kind of covering today. So when you talk about, when you talk about this stuff, that's lockdown is happening and all that. Now, see, if you look at, people are saying that यार share market में तो बहुत बड़ी problem है. शेयर मार्केट तो मतलब ऐसा चल रहा है कि पता नहीं. अब अगर आप देखोगे 24 मार्च पे शेयर मार्केट does the lower, which is what is 7,500. So Nifty. So always remember, we kind of check Nifty all the time because Nifty has more companies. They have like top 50 companies, like more than that. So Nifty has more companies, and the trading actively happens on Nifty. That's the reason people don't look out much for BSE. People look out much for Nifty. Now again, you might want to understand that, okay, if you know what, BSE gets down quite drastically than Nifty. So percentages अगर आप देखोगे ना, it's going to be at the same level. It is that Nifty was around about 12,400 earlier, and it came to 7,500, and BSE was around about 42,000. तो numbers अलग-अलग हैं, पर दोनों का impact same होता है जब हम बात करते हैं, because BSE में they take top 30 shares and NSE में they take top 50 shares. तो वो 30 वाला यहाँ पे भी है. Right, so there is no arbitrage happening as such. So now I'll not get into typical finance, but I'm just telling you. So NSE is what you really matters, to be very honest. Now let's begin with the session. So there is a lockdown that's happening now. How it's going to be there and all that stuff. Now understand this. Now you know that something is not happening good. Something is wrong somewhere in the world, or predominantly in India as such. Right. Now this is a very small thing. Even if you talk to 12th standard का बच्चा, या फिर even if you talk 10th standard का बच्चा को भी अगर आप पूछोगे कि भाई तुझे क्या लगता है आगे क्या होगा, वो सीधा बोल देगा कि भाई अभी जो चीजें चल रही है इसमें तो मुझे लगता है कि कुछ तो बुरा होने वाला है या फिर कुछ तो बुरा हो रहा है. तो मेरे ख्याल से जब हम बात करते हैं कि हाँ something is not good or something is not bad, see you little bit too dumb to understand this, and this is what by God's grace every one of us have understood that this is not correct whatever is happening. But again, because of the pandemic there has to be lockdown. Now till now the data says that India has actually lost around about 7 to 8 lakh crore of the economic gains because of this lockdown. Fine. Now I'll take these points step by step. So when you talk about lockdown, and eventually we will move ahead with your MBA thing, right? So when you talk about this lockdown, you know the same thing happened in the year 1918 also when there was a Spanish flu, right? The same thing happened that point in time also, but that point in time world wasn't that advanced the way we are today now. So the moment you talk about all these things, right, lockdown and all that stuff, right, what happens is basically, guys, nothing is happening in the country, nothing is getting produced in the country, producers are silent, consumers are silent. Consumers want to buy something, they can't buy something because there is no production. Now the production is not happening because the logistic is not there, and there are so many issues in the economy, right? And because of which there are a lot of problems in there. Now how does it going to impact you? So whatever, now if you see my earlier videos, ये मैंने start of the end of the March में ही मैंने बोला था कि दो चीजें होती है आपकी, बेसिकली आपका होगा, एक होगा लॉकडाउन, चलो राइट करो ना here, I'll write lockdown का impact, during lockdown impact, and then I talk about lockdown का after वाला impact, which is post corona impact. Now that's a very small thing to be understood. So now everything is at a, everything is kind of halted now. So if you look at this, right, what's in it for you? The thing is that eventually you will be seeing worst impact on the economy. So now people are asking, or now students are asking, is the worst yet, is the worst over? The answer is worst is not even started yet. It is going to be there now. Okay, now I'll tell you why do I say so. So let's talk about these stimulus packages. Now you must have seen RBI cutting the rates. Okay. Now there is one thing that I'll put a note out here. There is something called as treasury. So if you look at RBI has came up with couple of stimulus packages. Now why did RBI do so, or why Federal Reserve in USA, why did they do so? The thing is that when you have a smooth functioning of the economy, people are buying, people are selling. Okay, people are buying, people are selling. So you've got buying and you've got selling. Sorry, both the activities are happening. Then what happens? This gives you a good or a healthy GDP percentage, GDP number or GDP ratio. But when nothing is going to happen, like when everything gets halted, you have to have your parents to take care of you, which is nothing but Reserve Bank of India. So Reserve Bank of India came into picture and they said that we'll give stimulus to banking sector, we'll give stimulus to the economy. Now if you look at mutual fund, right, the mutual fund industry is absolutely devastated, I would say that. And there is one analysis I'll make about mutual funds. You'll go crazy if you see that analysis, but I'm gonna kind of tell you that as well. Probably we'll have a next video for that. So mutual fund may also, people are now redeeming their funds, they're taking their money out of mutual funds. So there is a problem. So RBI came up with 50,000 crore ka package, stimulus package. Now why do you need stimulus package? You need stimulus package so that stimulus package is giving an oxygen to the economy, as simple as that. That's the second thing that you can understand, that something is not happening correct. Okay, which means the business is not working properly. Now when you give these stimulus packages, where do you spend your money from? You spend your money from your treasury, which is nothing but government's funding. So government is actually spending heck lot of money because of this pandemic. So ho kya raha hai? Had this pandemic not been there, government would have become more rich. For the fact this pandemic is now there, government is actually, now the country as a whole, we are going a little back because we are spending a lot. We are not making any money. We are not doing any sort of a generation, but we are spending a lot. So that's the first problem that you need to understand. Now यहाँ से चीजें और खतरनाक होने वाली है. So let's talk about 2008 and 2020. Now what happened in 2008? Now, a lot of people have this curiosity to understand. Okay, tell us exactly what happened in 2008. See, सबसे पहली बात अगर आप सोचोगे 2008 का जो क्राइसिस था, that crisis I would say that it never had huge impact on India as such. Fine. It had great impact on USA because it was a financial crisis. The companies went bankrupt. Lehman Brothers went bankrupt. Fannie Mae went bankrupt. Bernstein went bankrupt. Right? There was a bloodshed as far as the markets are concerned. Now, why did US market, like why did Indian market got hit? Now understand this thing. When you look at 2008 and when you look at 2020, in 2008, US's fundamentals were absolutely bizarre. They were devastated. However, Indian economics and Indian companies' fundamentals were very much strong. Now, what I mean by fundamentals? Fundamental का मतलब क्या होता है? See, the stock market actually went to 8,000 because you have lot of people putting money into Indian economy. That is called as FII, Foreign Institutional Investor. This is what you all need to understand. This is basic of your MBA. कुछ बच्चे लोगों को ये भी नहीं पता चलता MBA होने के बाद भी ये फंडे क्लियर नहीं होते. So I'll tell you the basic stuff. Now, FII. So if you look at that point in time, FIIs were huge in India, and India was not at that level as far as the macroeconomic factors are concerned the way we are today. So जब वहाँ पे like अपने घर में आग लगी तो दूसरे के घर में क्यों पानी डालेंगे, right? So US ने क्या करा, जो भी FIIs थे, they pulled their money back, because of which your stock market came down. Now understand this. Did stock market actually come down in a month's time, in 2 months' time? The answer is absolutely no. Absolutely no. The first hit that Indian stock market got was in the March, I would say January 2008. So January 2008 is where we got the first hit, or we got the first bump, to be very honest. उसके बाद things started getting little bit worse, little bit even more worse. So FII आए, right? FII ने आए, उन्होंने invest करा था, वो अपना पैसा लेके गए. So now when you look at this, Jan 2008 is where the actual trouble started, and market touched 8,000 in the month of March 2009. So it took your market around about 12 to 13 months to actually touch to the bottom. Now people are talking, आपने सुना होगा न्यूज़ वगैरह में कि यार मार्केट का बॉटम क्या है, मार्केट का बॉटम क्या है, मार्केट का बॉटम क्या है. मेरे कुछ स्टूडेंट्स हैं, they are into trading, they are into investing. They always ask me, सर मार्केट ने बॉटम बनाया क्या? अब बॉटम क्या होता है? बॉटम is that level जहाँ से मार्केट आपका आगे बढ़ेगा. So there are a lot of people they are trying to understand कि यार क्या चल रहा है मार्केट में. Because हमको ऐसा लगता है कि मार्केट, वो तो यार 10वीं के बच्चे को भी पता है, वो 12वीं के बच्चे को भी पता है कि भाई शेयर मार्केट अगर तेरा नीचे गिर गया मतलब कहीं ना कहीं कुछ तो गड़बड़ है, कुछ ना कुछ तो गड़बड़ी होने वाली है. तो वो तो बहुत नॉर्मल चीज है. बट यू ऑल्सो नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड whatever is happening currently in the market, is that real, right? So I'll tell you the one of the analysis. I'm not sure कितने सारे बच्चे जो अभी लाइव है, मेरे ख्याल से we've got 100 plus बच्चे लोग यहाँ पे. So I'm not sure how many of you understand technical analysis. I'm not sure how many of you understand technical analysis. If you understood technical analysis, or if you have the knowledge about technical analysis, there is one of the analytical method that's called as Fibonacci retracement. ठीक है? Now I'll show you. और ये सही होता है. ये सही होता है. So look at the levels of the market. So 8,300 का मार्केट का लेवल टच होना चाहिए था. तो पहला एक हमें डाउट था. फिर this is what I had done for the technical. I do technical analysis, so this is what I've done. So we were hoping कि you know what, जब 8,300 का पॉइंट आएगा मार्केट में, मार्केट गिर के आएगा 6,000 में. ठीक है? फिर वो भी चला. फिर आ गया तुम्हारा 9,640 जो 2 दिन पहले निफ्टी ने काटा. 2 दिन पहले निफ्टी ने काटा. So 9,640. Now निफ्टी is close to 10,000. तो हमको लगा कि भाई 9,640 टच करके नीचे आएगा, उसने वो भी ब्रेक करा. So to answer you now, what is there next in the market? Your Nifty might touch 10,600. If not, then it will come down to 6,000. But क्या ये 2 दिन में आएगा? No, it will take a good time, and you can see Nifty to touch around about 6,000. You can see again Bombay Stock Exchange like BSE Sensex to touch around about 20 through 23,000, but not over a period of time. Slowly, eventually. Now again, this is my prediction. This is my analysis. I'm not a Nostradamus. कि मैं आपको सब सुन बता दूँ नहीं. I'm not like that. I'm just following the charts and the theory that happened in 2008. If you ask me personally, which is more worse, 2008 or 2020? My answer is 2020. Don't be even surprised if we see depression, which is worse than the recession. Right now, we'll not get into that, but I'm just telling you. In 2008, what happened? Italy companies were doing good business. They had their clients. They were doing business. The economic activity was on. Small scale businessmen were doing production. People were consuming. So there was buying. There was selling. Things were very bad in US market. They were not really bad in India. So there are two things that we need to understand. One is the stock market. Another is the fundamental of your economy. In 2008, the economics fundamentals were amazing because companies were strong. They had good profits. They had good reserves with them. And that is the reason we said that yes, economic impact was good. Stock market most of the time, not most of the time, I said 99% of the time, stock market works on sentiments. Now, let me take you back to 2020 stock market. You touched stock market, 7,500 was your Nifty on 24th of March. अगर आप अप्रैल देखोगे, अप्रैल में पूरे महीने में stock market gave you 3% का return. I'm talking about equity. It gave you 3% का return. You getting my point? This has been the best April month from after 2009. और अगर उसमें since 2009, so it was the best month. Now, what you need to understand यहाँ पे यार ये तो अलग हो गया. मतलब मार्केट तो गिरना चाहिए था because businesses बंद है, लोग काम पे नहीं जा रहे, प्रोडक्शन नहीं हो रहा है, कुछ सेलिंग नहीं हो रही है, कुछ बाइंग नहीं हो रही है, फिर मार्केट कैसे बढ़ रहा है? ये तो लॉजिक है ना? मतलब ये तो किसी को भी समझेगा. And that's the point. I'll give you a couple of sectors. Go and check their prices. Number one, look at auto sector. Auto sector is booming now. Auto sector is booming. If you are trading in the market, you will understand that auto sector is making money. Leave auto sector. I'll tell you a stock. I'll tell you one stock. Look at PVR. Google में जाना. Google. I don't have the access now. I mean like the screen sharing is not there. Google में जाना PVR टाइप करना. You will see that PVR का शेयर तो बढ़ रहा है. अब जाहिर सी बात है, पहली बात ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री तो बंद है, ना सेल हो रहा है, ना वहां पे कोई डिमांड जनरेट हो रही है, ना डिमांड है, ना सप्लाई है, फिर यार आपका शेयर क्यों बढ़ रहा है? पीवीआर, सिनेमास बंद है, मल्टीप्लेक्सेस बंद है, ना कुछ बेच रहे ना कुछ बाय कर रहे, फिर भी पीवीआर का सेल्स क्यों हो रहा है? यू गेट माय पॉइंट? आई टेल यू इवन वर्स न्यूज. अगर आप देखोगे एक्सिस बैंक का प्रॉफिट वेंट डाउन. Axis Bank का profit went down, but share went up by 6%. Why? So when you talk about stock market, you cannot really connect stock market with your MBA, or you cannot really connect your stock market with the future thing that's going to happen. At least whatever is happening right now. Now you will see the results will come out. जो मैंने पहले बोला था एक महीना पहले, post corona impact. Now you will see companies reporting losses. Reliance profit is gone down by 39%. Had Jio and Facebook deal couldn't have taken place because of these oil crashes, Reliance would have had a big hit. But they, got survived because of that, right? So eventually you will see, and eventually this will start declining, and that's where you say that you are heading towards recession, wherein companies are fundamentally weak. Look at Bajaj Finance. The share was trading at 4,900 till March second week. आज उस शेयर का प्राइस है 2,300. अब I don't understand like Bajaj Finance went up to 1,900, फिर बढ़ गया. भाई Bajaj Finance ना किसी को पैसे दे रहा है, because Bajaj Finance ने कमाई क्या करी पूरे अप्रैल महीने में? कुछ नहीं, ना नए लोन्स दिए आपने, ना नया इंटरेस्ट लगाया, ना कुछ, फिर भी आपका शेयर बढ़ गया. So this is what depends on sentiments. This is where FII, this is where DII, this is where all the top-notch people, those who are actually kind of gumify the stock sector or stock market, they come into picture. Now, if you Google up, you will get to know that the biggest investor or the richest person on this earth or the godfather of stock market, I would say Warren Buffett, he is not buying. He has not bought any sort of, he has not bought a single rupee or dollar ka share in the stock market. He has not done that. His partner, Charlie Munger, even he has not bought anything. They are holding on to the cash because they know that worst is yet to happen. So, coming back to the share market, 2008, 2020 is even worse. Why? Because when you talk about income statement of a company, when you talk about balance sheet of a company, there is a big hole. There is a big hole. They are fucked. Why? They are not doing any business. 2008 में ऐसा था क्या? नहीं था. तो 2008 में जो फंडा था, 2008 में जो हिट हुआ था, उससे बेकार हिट होना बाकी है. So this is what people are predicting. This is what the theory is saying. And that's where you say that, there might be a recession or even worse than that, wherein companies will not be literally, and that's the reason RBI will come into picture, putting in a lot of money into the market so that companies would survive. But कितना करेंगे कर करके? अगर business ही नहीं हो रहा तो कितना करेंगे? You getting my point? Fine. So this is what you need to understand. Now, इसके बाद क्या होगा? So इसके बाद सिंपल सी चीज है. इसके बाद companies, now let's talk about recovery. ठीक है? तो recovery का फंडा क्या होगा? So recovery होगी. There are 2-3 types of recovery. सबसे पहले recovery होगी आपकी V shape. This is your V shape. Now I see V shape recovery in 2 sectors, FMCG and pharma. यार pharma के stocks पिछले 5 साल से 20% डाउन थे, आज वो चल पड़े and definitely वो चलेंगे. They have a good future now. So economy जो recovery होगा वो couple of sectors में होगा. FMCG boom करेगा because everything is shut down, everything is at halt. What's happening? Like FMCGs are making money, right? Food supply is on, the production is on, then these guys are making money. Pharma is also making money. So if you are somebody who is getting into this particular sector, you will have a good life. Because economy says that. Now, ये जो stimulus package है, ये क्यों करती है ban? Because in India, we believe in, there is this, I'm not sure, but this is your MBA का class. Trust me, जो मैं आपका भी ना, ये ज्ञान जो मैं दे रहा हूँ आपको, this is your MBA का class. If you're in a good B school, they'll teach you. I'm not sure what the other B school, but this is what like you should be taught if you're whatever B school that you are in. But it's the first year class. It gives you like great kind of knowledge. So Keynesian economy, US and India, and there are other countries also in the world, we follow Keynesian economy. Now Keynes was one of the economists. He said, let people spend more money. Let people spend more money. They'll spend more. There will be more production, people will buy more. Now, how the hell people will buy more? Who's going to help them? RBI or central bank. They'll pump the money. एक वीडियो बनेगा rate cut के ऊपर. So when people get more money, they'll buy more stuff. There is more buying, there is more selling. आपका GDP बढ़ेगा. अभी GDP का तुम्हारा prediction क्या है? Your GDP prediction is 2%. Moody says it's 1.9%. That's lowest of all. I mean, imagine 2000 में India was at 11%. 2-3 साल पहले we were around about 7.5%. Now the prediction is 1.9%. What is this? This is India's growth. And at a point when everyone or when all the big players, when they make money, then comes fundamentals into picture. And trust me, you like it or not, GDP will have a direct impact on your stock market. So stock market will go down even more, GDP will go down even more, companies will struggle to make money, companies will have to do cost cutting, and that's how they will survive. So this is stimulus, this is stock market. Recovery V shape hoga, then you have W shape also, then you have U shape also. I am more into this. मुझे लगता है कि U shape recovery आना चाहिए, because अगर हम इंडिया की भी बात करेंगे, see when you talk about India, I think India and China, these are the 2 countries which will come out of this shit very quickly compared to the developed countries, because of a lot of factors, because of human capital, because of the stimulus, because of already having strong fundamentals, and there are a number of reasons. But I think मेरे ख्याल से India and China would be the first 2 countries to come out of this shit quickly. But this is what you are seeing. So why GDP will go down? मैंने बोल दिया, production, buying, selling. This is the technical chart for your stock market. 2008 से भयंकर 2020 से, because companies are not making any money. Even McDonald's had said that they are going to report losses after so many years. So this is going to get worse. That's for sure. And recovery will happen. Now, how recovery will happen? See, in 2008, when the stock market was going down in India and in US, so we knew that the stock market is going down. People had negative sentiments. I didn't know, अगर इतना बुरा हो ही रहा है मार्केट में, ऐसा तो नहीं होगा कि भाई मतलब लॉकडाउन खुल गया तो पब्लिक विल स्टार्ट स्पेंडिंग मनी. नो, देखो स्टेप बाय स्टेप. वो बोलते हैं ना क्या दूध का जला छाछ भी फूक फूक के पीता है, समथिंग लाइक दैट. So companies are not going to be aggressive. Companies are going to wait and watch what's happening in the market. They're going to check their competitors. They're going to check international policies. They're going to check US economy. They're going to check European economy. Slowly, steadily, this will start. Now, if you ask me, when do we see recovery happening? My guess or my analysts would say a good one should be October. Third quarter, financially. Third quarter is where we see things to coming on a kind of good level. Fourth quarter will be good, and 2021 first quarter slide down, but then 2021 will be a good year to begin with. But impact रहेगा, and you never know. मतलब touch wood, भगवान करे ऐसा हो नहीं, खुदा ना खास्ता ऐसा हो नहीं. But now people are saying that there is a second wave of corona in China. So we don't really want to comment on that. But yeah, मोटा मोटी ये चीजें हैं. अगर हम बात करेंगे MBA के बारे में, सैलरीज के बारे में, आई थिंक आप सबको पता है, राइट? आई विल बी वेरी स्टूपिड अगर मैं आपको बोल दूं कि सैलरी कम मिलेगी. लॉजिक है यार, मतलब इट्स वेरी लॉजिक. 10वीं 12वीं के बच्चों को भी पता चलेगा कि भाई अगर इतनी सारी प्रॉब्लम है तो कंपनी से यार 2008 में इंडिया में इतना ज्यादा क्राइसिस नहीं था, फिर भी इन लोगों ने बहती गंगा में हाथ धो लिया एंड दे काइंड ऑफ डिस्काउंटेड प्राइसेस. लाइक आई मीन जहां पे एवरेज पैकेज 10 था वो दैट बिकम 5, जहां पे 12 था दैट बिकम 6. तो ये सब चीजें होती है, ये होगी आगे भी. So yeah, you can expect your salary to go a little down, you can expect average packages to go a little down, and eventually economy will recover. But again, when you compare it with other countries, I think India will have an advantage as far as the recovery is concerned. And I hope that, see, vaccine cannot be the game changer. I mean, even if you get the vaccine, how much time it takes for a vaccine to come into picture? Like 6 to 7 months or 8 months? This is another information that people are saying that अगर vaccine आएगा तो हो जाएगा. What? You talk about Dow Jones. Look at Dow Jones. Dow Jones was up because people had positive feeling that अरे भाई vaccine आएगा तो market बढ़ेगा. Started putting in money. People were shorting. People were putting money into it. Now Dow Jones came down today. Dow Jones is down by around about 2 to 3%. 225 points is down. On Monday when the Indian stock market goes up, like you will see going down. Like BSE and Nifty both will be down by 200 or 300 points. So vaccine and all that doesn't really matter. वो है नहीं है doesn't really matter. जिसको खेलना है वो खेल के चले जाएगा. अभी भी वैक्सीन नहीं है ना सर, इमेजिन करना यार 7,500 पे अगर तूने एंट्री लिया होगा स्टॉक मार्केट में, आज तुम 9,500 पे हो. यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? 2000 से बढ़ा 2/7 कितना आया तेरा? 1/7 14 28 29% तूने कमाया भाई. मतलब अगर तूने 24 मार्च को पैसा डाला होता मार्केट में, समझा, 1 लाख डाला होता, आज तेरा वो 1,28,000 बन गया होता. अभी तक तो वैक्सीन भी नहीं है, कोरोना के केसेस बढ़ रहे और गंदी चीजें हो रही है मार्केट में, फिर भी तूने 29% कमाया. तो वैक्सीन आने के बाद ऐसा क्या ही होगा? यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? सो दिस इज समथिंग नॉट हैपनिंग बिकॉज फंडामेंटल्स अभी तक दिखे नहीं आपको. आप जो भी देख रहे हैं वो ऊपर है. अब जो होगा मार्केट में वो थोड़ा सा डेंजर होगा. फाइन, कूल. My AC is not working in this room. I can't switch on the fan because then it starts making that noise once the video is published. वो आवाज आ जाती है, फिर बच्चे कमेंट करते हैं अरे सर वॉइस सुधारो, माइक ले लो. अरे भाई सब कुछ है बट है कुछ चीज, so I can't really help. Fine, I'm sweating like shit now. But I hope you guys understood कि how do you need to look at. See, you don't really have to worry about कि भाई कैट में क्या होगा, क्या परसेंटाइल आएगा, टेकर्स बढ़ेगा, टेकर्स घटेगा. यू केयर फक अबाउट इट. टेकर्स बढ़े टेकर घटे वो छोड़ना. अगर टेकर्स बढ़ा भी टेकर्स घटा भी, कंपनी पैसा नहीं देने वाला है तो तू जाके भी क्या करेगा? यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. बड़ा टॉप 10 टॉप 15 में हो तो आप सॉर्टेड हो. थोड़ा कम पैसा बट इवेंचुअली आपका फ्यूचर बड़ा है. सो ये सब चीजें मत देखो. प्ले ऑन अ फंडामेंटल कि भाई हो क्या रहा है मार्केट में. Is it the right time to put your feet into it? मेरे ख्याल से next year is going to be good year for MBA का बच्चा लोग. So those who are writing CAT 2020-21, they will, and I'm not saying this because I run a coaching. I'm not saying that. मैं आज भी बोल रहा हूँ, अगर आप IIT में जाते हो आज भी, अगर आप सितंबर में IIM ज्वाइन करोगे, बिंदास करो, you'll be in a good position. I will still mentor you, I'll still help you. But हाँ, fundamentals पे ध्यान रखना और ये सब चीजें याद रखना, ये काम आएगी, कहीं ना कहीं पे तो काम आएगी. All right. Should I join college this year or repeat? अग्निवेशा झा, ब्रदर इट डिपेंड्स तुम्हें कॉलेज कौन सा मिला है. आईटी कैसा परफॉर्म करेगा? अस्मिता बैनर्जी, दीवान जी, गुड क्वेश्चन. IT will perform very well. Why? What's the rationale behind IT? See, IT stocks are also performing very well. Look at TCS, look at Infosys. They are doing good. Why? These are cash-rich companies. They've got amazing cash sitting on their balance sheet. These are cash-rich companies. दूसरी बात, जब US, Europe, when these guys have a problem in their economy, they do have a problem. There is no doubt about it. They do have a problem. What they want to do? Cost cutting. How can they do? India is the best destination to outsource the business. So they will be outsourcing the business, reducing their cost, they reduce their cost, their income statement, their profit and loss statement, balance sheet looks beautiful. So India will get more money. Abhi dekho, the government has said, US companies, if you're moving out of China, if you're setting up in India, go for it, will help you. And it is not only USA, there are a lot of companies, they will be coming into India now, and this will be a second boom, I would say. तो बढ़िया होगा. IIM मिला तो जाओ क्या, डिपेंड करता है कौन सा IIM. हर IIM नहीं होता, उसमें भी बहुत सारा फर्क है. Sir, is it compulsory to do MBA to get a good job in finance and other certificate courses enough? Nah, MBA is must, I would say. It's quite important. Okay, joining NMIMS Bangalore, you can take it, मेहनत करना पड़ेगा, but market ठंडा होगा अगले 1-1.25 साल. Market ठंडा होगा, that's for sure. Can a guy from OBC category with pathetic cats get into even baby IIMs? Yes, you can get into baby IIMs with OBC category, no doubt about that. 2023 MBA placements will be back on track. They are going to be sexy. 2023 placements are going to be really sexy. Damn good. Don't worry about that. I know that, but no comment on that. Okay, you want to ask like which sectors you are finding, right? Which sector will be a boom? 2 sectors. I said na, pharma and FMCG. Auto, probably, not really sure. But banking and finance is going to be in major trouble. I'm not sure whether you guys follow it or not. I follow this guy. His name is Chris Wood. He's a great guy. He's an amazing guy. I watch all his news and all that. And not only him, there are a lot of other private equity and venture capitalists and boutique investment bankers, I would say, and a lot of hedge funds also. They are actually negative on the Indian banking sector. मैं यही बोलना चाहता था. Axis Bank का रिजल्ट आया यार, लॉजिक है, understand, this is like basic to understand. Company's profit has gone down. How the hell share price can go up? It means there is something wrong. So this is what these guys have understood. So the guys who are like the international investor FPIs, right, foreign portfolio investors, they have gone negative on these sectors. Like they see that banking and finance might not do well, and makes sense, right? Because people are now holding on to cash, people are not buying anything, people are not gonna take any sort of loans because people really don't want to have more liability on them, right? तो मेरे ख्याल से वो बात बनती है. दूसरी बात, अगर आप भी सोच रहे हो कि आपको लोन लेना है, 20-22 लाख का लोन लेना है, 25 लाख का लोन लेना है, तो आपको देखना पड़ेगा कि वो कॉलेज में उतना वर्थ हो कि आपका जो लोन अमाउंट है वो 2 साल में निकल जाए. ऐसा ना हो कि भाई हमने 22 लाख भरा और हमको प्लेसमेंट 8 लाख का मिला, 1/3 प्लेसमेंट मिला, जितना दिया कॉलेज को उसका 1/3 मिला, तो मेरे ख्याल से वो थोड़ा हिट करेगा. ऐसा नहीं कि ज्यादा होगा, थोड़ा ट्रबल होगा, बट if you want to play safe, it can reduce the amount of loan that you want to buy. You getting my point? So मेरे ख्याल से वो चीजें देखना बहुत है. What about SPGen? आंख बंद करके चले जाओ. SPGen आंख बंद करके चले जाओ. आंख बंद करके चले जाओ. SPGen बहुत ही तोड़ कॉलेज है, बहुत बढ़िया कॉलेज है. SPGen से मैं आपको एक बात बताऊं. There is a friend of mine. I will not take his name. He is also into the same business. He runs a coaching in Mumbai. So he and I think we talk a lot about SPGen. Like we both love SPGen. So that guy is from SPGen actually, and he would always ask me, which is better, IIM or SPGen? IIM or SPGen? So SPGen is a great brand. You can think of joining SPGen at any given point in time. No doubt about it. What else? XMB business management, join or leave? Join. MBA finance में कौन सा प्रोफाइल? भाई MBA finance अथंग सागर है. Like crazy things are in MBA finance. The best specialization. I'm not being biased. मुझे लगता है, तो मैं बोलता हूँ, मैं प्रूव भी कर सकता हूँ, मैं ऐसे हवा में गोली नहीं मारता. I will tell you the stuff which is so this is what, like everything that I just told you is backed by logic, data. मैं हवा में गोली क्यों मार रहा हूँ कि भाई इधर ये हुआ. लोग बोलते हैं 2008 में मार्केट गिरा, 2020 में भी मार्केट गिरा. अबे भाई गिरेगा, क्यों गिरेगा, कितना गिरेगा, गिरने का रीजन क्या है, क्या चल रहा है. लोग दिस इज व्हाट, पीपल आस्क, अरे भाई मार्केट गिर रहा है, बाय करेगा. ठीक है, 1400 का स्टॉक 800 पे मिल रहा है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं होता कि भाई उठ गया, पैसा डाल दिया, बाय कर लिया। फंडामेंटल तो सोचो, नहीं तो वैसे भी ये ऐसा होता है, मतलब जैसे आरबीआई ने रेट कट कर दिया, राइट, आरबीआई ने रेट कर दिया, हर कोई बात करेगा, अरे डूड आरबीआई ने रेट कट कर दिया, अरे डूड आरबीआई ने रेट कट कर दिया, अरे डूड मार्केट गिर गया। पूछो क्यों गिरा, तेरे को क्या समझा इसमें से? नहीं, अभी सब लोग बोल रहे तो कुछ ना कुछ होगा, तो ऐसा चलते रहता है। लाइक बहुत सारे लोग बोलेंगे, समझेगा बहुत कम लोगों को। माय गुडनेस, asking this from really long time. Please tell me about Christ University. Sir, ये क्राइस्ट वगैरह कॉलेज मुझे नहीं पता है, ऑनेस्टली आई डोंट नो मच अबाउट दैट, इसलिए मैं आपको बता नहीं पाऊंगा। अगर आपको लगता है स्टैटिस्टिक्स, और जो मुझे नहीं पता ना, मैं वो नहीं बताऊंगा यार, और टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, ऐसे बोल नहीं दूंगा हवा में हाथ ज्वाइन करो, नहीं नहीं, आई विल नॉट से दैट। डूड तेरे करियर का सवाल है, नहीं पता है, मुझे नहीं पता। एक्सरसाइज रांची ज्वाइन और नॉट, skip, like if you can skip it for this year. What should be aspirants do? Great, what should be aspirant do? मैंने पहले से बोला है, what you guys need to do is number one, if you joining a college, don't take बड़ा amount of loan, ठीक है, पहली बात। दूसरी बात, work hard on your profile, work hard on your profile, expect the unexpected, get ready for the worst, prepare for the best, सिंपल सी बात। और ये ऐसा भी नहीं कि ये चलेगा, ये थोड़ा टाइम के लिए, ये 2 साल के लिए, उसके बाद ये रिकवर करेगा, और जब रिकवर करेगा then you are guys like you guys will rock। तो एस्पायरेंट के लिए मैं यही कह रहा हूँ, ये थोड़ा समझो, ये थोड़ा समझो, थोड़ा बेसिक समझो, फंडामेंटल समझो। वो बोलते हैं ना, सुनो दुनिया की पर करो अपने मन की, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली आपको डिसीजन लेना है, आपको अपने फाइनेंसेस देखने हैं, आपको आपके मॉम डैड को आंसर देना है। हाँ, मैं बस आपको बता रहा हूँ, लाइक मैं आई एम जस्ट अ मीडियम, आई कैन टेल यू कि भाई ये हो सकता है, थोड़ा सोच के। तो मेहनत करो, अपनी प्रोफाइल पे काम करो, पॉजिटिव रहो। अगर पता है कि भाई हर जगह प्रॉब्लम है, तो प्रॉब्लम में पैर मत डालो। अगर आप एक ऐसी सड़क पे चल रहे हो जहां पे बहुत ही ज्यादा होल्स है, like there are a lot of potholes in there, don't prefer that road, I would say। चमका, मेरे ख्याल से इतना काफी है, लाइक समझने वालों को इशारा काफी है। SPJF में information management is good, sexy है यार, like what is good, it's better। Financial management is amazing, I am Kachipur से XMB, no idea। How is financial management? Which book? ठीक है, what is it? Okay, fine। KJ marketing is good, consultancy jobs, investment banks, यार आकांक्षा प्रसाद, see, unless you're from ABC, KIL, FMS, XLR है, और SPJ, getting into investment bank वाला job is quite tough यार, quite tough, at least in this kind of a scenario। ठीक है guys, that's it from my side। I hope I could do a little bit of value addition, right? बहुत पसीना बहाया है आज, तो I hope I could do some value addition, and I could do some justice to your 40 minutes जो आपने मुझे दी है। So that's it, that is my main motto कि भाई कोई भी टाइम पास नहीं है यहाँ पे, लेक्चर लेना है, इज्जत से लेना है, आपको वैल्यू एडिशन देना है रात में, बिकॉज रात में अगर थोड़ा करियर के बारे में सोचोगे, अच्छी बातें सोचोगे, तो यार थोड़ा नींद भी अच्छी आएगी, और आपको सपने भी करियर के अच्छे आएंगे, करियर वाले सपने अच्छे आएंगे, ठीक है। So guys, that's it from my side। I'm sweating like shit now, I'm gonna stop now। So अगर किसी का क्वेश्चन unanswered रहा होगा, sorry, वीडियो पब्लिश होगा, I will reply later on, but please ये थोड़ा देख लेना। And I'm not gonna stop here, I will be making a lot of other videos also। Stay tuned to my channel, and if not subscribed, kindly subscribe। Thank you so much guys for coming and attending the lecture। Thank you so much।